Okay. Hey y'all. Alright. So I stayed up. Well, I didn't stay up. I was just online scrolling and I saw that Kendrick Lamar won something for They Not Like Us. He won something and he was there. Good for him. Shout out to Doechii. I'm not feeling the song that she's been promoting, but I'm rooting for everybody black. So I'm happy for her and I'm happy that she won Best Rap Album. I love the cover. I would definitely get that mixtape on vinyl just for the cover alone. It's a great aesthetic. I'm rooting for her, and I saw pieces of her performance. It looked amazing. I love that she's bringing like contemporary art and dance to rap, and I love that about it. I'm rooting for her. I'm really rooting for her, and I love, her other songs and stuff like that. So I'm happy for her. But right now everybody is talking about the whole Beyonce thing, and I looked up because I was like, is the Grammys over? Like, who won album of the year? What the fuck is going on? I haven't seen any updates of album of the year. So I just looked, and literally like 20 minutes before, some people have posted videos, of course, on TikTok, because it seems like that's the quickest way to get like updated information other than Google, that Beyonce finally won Album of the Year, and I say well deserved. I'm not a part of the Beehive. I don't consider myself a part of the Beehive. I don't feel like I meet the qualifications to be Beehive, but I feel like it's very poetic that she won Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter specifically. And when you look at her investment into Cowboy Carter and what Cowboy Carter was born out of, and the reason why she even made Cowboy Carter to begin with, I feel like it's very poetic that she won Album of the Year with this project specifically. I know her fans was like, no, it was supposed to be self-titled. No, it was supposed to be Lemonade. She was supposed to win with either those two. Why didn't she get it for those two? But I feel like it's very poetic that she got it for Cowboy Carter. And I personally really like Cowboy Carter out of the trilogy that she has coming up with Renaissance Cowboy Carter and whatever the third one is going to be. I personally like Cowboy Carter the most thus far, so I'm a little biased with it. But when you just look at her reasoning behind it, and then the work, the effort, and I don't know how to say the words of just like, she does creativity in her heart. She puts her heart and her soul into all of her projects, but just like, it just brought it full circle. I feel like when you listen to the full project of Cowboy Carter, it sounds like an album that took 5 to 6 years. It sounds like it. It's from beginning to end. It sounds like an album that it took a long time to make. And I'm happy for her. Good for her. And she also won a country, first black woman to win country album in I think 50 years or something like that, or maybe just the first altogether, I don't know. But for her to win Album of the Year with this project, I feel like it's very significant, and I feel like people looking over her career in the future will probably appreciate it more probably in the future. Right now everybody's like, should have been these other albums, she should have won for this and the third. I feel like it just makes sense. Now with everyone with the conspiracy theories, which I know it's like a lot of haters with the conspiracy saying, she knew that she was going to win Album of the Year. She knew she was going to win Best Country Album. And let me tell you how I know that that's not true. I'm not even a part of the Beehive, but let me tell you how I know that's not true. Everybody's like, she pretending to act surprised and da-da-da-da. When the last time you seen Beyonce, of all people, and her perfectionist having ass be up on anybody's camera with her bra wires showing? She fixed it when she accepted her award for Album of the Year. But let's really think about this. Like, she just got to the show, her wires is popping out of the bra. I knew that wasn't planned. And then she just sat down and they telling her, you got to get on stage now, you just won Album of the Year. Like, she wasn't prepared, because her whole pieces was showing. Her boobs almost came out. You saw her trying to tuck and pull something. Like, she knew she should have picked a different dress. She knew she should have picked a different dress. But she was like, you know what, fuck it, I already paid for it. They already made it for me. I said I was going to wear this. I shouldn't have ate a couple of them pound cakes and, a couple of them greens, you know what I'm saying, before I came in here. I wasn't even going to come, because y'all wasn't about to play with me another time, another year, and y'all not give me Album of the Year. You could tell she was kind of back and forth with that. And she was busting out the seams of that dress. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, fuck it, we didn't already put the deposit down on this dress. I'm going to wear this dress. The wires busting out the goddamn dress. And again, that perfectionist Virgo having ass. I don't think she would, if she knew, she would have been ready to win Best Country Album, she wouldn't have had wires popping out her dress. And I don't think she would have been like that, like surprised of like being thrown on camera like that quick. So I don't think she knew she was gonna win Best Country Album. I don't think she knew she was gonna win that one. The other one, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe she finally got settled in into the night and was like, all right, y'all ready? Come on, hurry up. Let me know. Did I win? Did I not win? You know, y'all playing in my face again. But I'm happy for her. You know, good for her. Shout out to her. Everyone looked amazing. Shout out to Blue. You know, she looked amazing, of course, per usual. Shout out to Kendrick, like I said, that was cool. And I also thought that they said Doechii was supposed to, maybe they was lying, but I saw somewhere they said Doechii was supposed to be sitting at the same time as Beyonce, but I'm not surprised when nobody sitting at her table with her, you know, her entourage. I'm not shocked. And that's pretty much it as far as whoever I saw. I was sitting with a friend earlier and we was looking at all the outfits everybody was wearing for the red carpet, and the one that stuck out to me the most that I liked, that I remember, was Charlie XCX. Her outfit was great, you know, from head to toe. She brought her own whole theme with her. It was beautiful. Everybody's wearing black. There were some good ones, there were some bad ones. Can't really think about all the other ones, and I guess that's pretty much it. I was wondering why the Smith family was there, but then I just saw that they did a tribute to Quincy Jones, and their dad was there. So that was cool. But yeah, it makes me inspired to want to like dive into some music or something, and that's a medium that I'm very like intimidated by. I've dabbled in music, making music before, but to do a whole project, I feel like I'll be over the moon if I was able to finish a project when it comes to music. Maybe I should just work on not being scared of that medium, but it was very inspiring. It was a very inspiring night from all the pieces and things that I've seen. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, I think Kehlani should have performed for her album Crash. It was really great, and I loved her outfit as well. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. Good, you know, good for Beyonce finally. Also, my theory, now this is me jumping into conspiracy. Everybody else jumping into conspiracy about her and her family. I don't really give a fuck about all that. But my theory and conspiracy is that, you know, the Cheeto just won for presidency. He's trying to turn it into the Handmaid's Tale in this bitch. And I think that the music industry, especially the way that they gave like Doechii the album of the year, and they have Cardi B present her the award. Cardi B hasn't released an album in like almost 10 years at this damn point. And you know, they always do this thing, if the whole ritual thing is real, they always do this thing every few years where they like kind of pass the torch to like other artists, to newer artists. And I feel like maybe they're closing out a chapter with like Beyonce's generation, and they just gave her, not like in that way, but you know, they kind of like ushered her out and her generation out by giving her the album of the year, and like being like, okay, we're closing the chapter on you and your generation, because there were so many new people that performed from a different, you know, from the newer generation, and so many newer people that won Grammys and stuff like that, which we need new people and fresh blood and stuff like that. But it just kind of makes me wonder, like, they gave her the country album of the year and then the album of the year for this record in particular, especially this record in particular, calling out the music industry as a whole and calling out America as a whole, in the same year that the Cheeto won, and him and his entire cabinet took away, has literally undone so many people's rights for the last 60 years. You know what I'm saying? So many people's rights have been undone. You know what I mean? So much of like the last 100 years of work, not just for black people, but for women and, you know, the LGBTQ community. They're trying to undo so many rights as people have worked on for like the last, you know, 100+ years. And it makes me think like maybe, you know, because entertainment industry is like the, what do you call it, the temperature of America. The entertainment industry is the temperature of America. If you want to know what America was feeling and what it was like, look into the entertainment industry. Look at the music during the time frame, and look at what was on television during that time frame. You know, look at the entertainment industry if you want to get a temperature of what America was like. And for them to close out the chapter on Beyonce's generation with her most controversial album, you could say Black is King, whatever, but Black is King, you can easily blanket that and say, well, this is just, you know, her version of the Lion King movie, and it kind of came and went just like that. People didn't really make a big fuss about the Lion King, Black is King soundtrack. But this one is her most controversial album, and you know, for her to win out the album of the year and then for them to give it to her like that, I'm like, what if this is like America's way of saying, okay, we're done with that, we let her go, she got her little award. But this is also saying to like Black people, LGBT, you know, marginalized people all together, women, everyone, it's like, you know, let them eat cake basically. You know, like what if that's their way of saying that, because it's about to get real rough for everyone. It's about to get real rough. So it's like, let's let them have their little moment now, because it's about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy. That's what it kind of makes me think. Whenever I think about how whenever Black stars would make these historical accomplishments, that would be like the same year that something tragic would happen to Black people in the Black community. But then it was like, well, we're always able to look and say, well, look at the good stuff. The first Black woman to ever get an Oscar, the first Black woman to ever get a supporting actor, first Black person to do this, the first Black person. It's like they always dress it up as, look at this successful Black person in entertainment, but in the real world, we are fucked over and it's some fuckery happening. So it just makes me think, like, what is the fuckery that's about to happen? Because we don't own media. We don't own the entertainment industry at all. So it makes me wonder, like, what are you giving to Black people to say, okay, look at this good thing, and then fuck them over, and then be like, but it's not that bad because look at what we did. We gave you the first Black president, but yet that was like the most televised during his entire presidency, both terms. It was the most televised lynchings, modern lynchings in public. You didn't have to show those things. And not only that, there was no justice. No one ever went to jail. No one ever lost their jobs. Blatant murder in front of the world, while you had a Black president and his Black children and his Black wife in the White House, and he could not call that out directly, because if he did, he would be impeached. But yet in the streets, you're killing people who don't have his level of power and security around him. It's like they give you something, but then they fucking terrorize the poor of them, but then say, oh, look how nice we're treating the rich ones. Some bullshit is about to pop off. That's what I do know. Some bullshit is about to pop off. They closed the door on Beyonce's generation in the entertainment industry, and they gave her the album of the year. And of course, you know, most Black women, Black people, the LGBTQ plus community, marginalized people love her, you know, and some bullshit is about to pop off. That's what I do know. Some bullshit is about to pop off. And when the bullshit pops off and people get mad and call it out, they're going to say, oh, look, we've done all these great things. We're not that bad. We finally gave that Black woman in her most controversial album ever, album of the year, so shut up. We're not that racist. I can feel it in my bones, you know? We've seen this movie before. We've seen this story before, and I'm not gonna let them harvest my energy. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I'm just gonna take my energy and my skills elsewhere. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just take it elsewhere. And, you know, I can't control all 8 billion people don't wanna stop, slow down, and look around and see what's really going on. That's on them. But I'm not gonna let it keep getting to me. Like, I'm so detached from this world. I feel like I know too much now. I can't even allow myself to, like, fully get into capitalism in any way. Like, I do to survive, but it's like I don't feel enthusiastic to play a part of the game of capitalism, because it's like it's a bunch of bullshit and we shouldn't even be having to play this game in the first fucking place. Our values shouldn't even be this in the first damn place. It's hard to, like, be a part of something and join and get into something when you don't really believe in it, and when you thoroughly understand that it shouldn't exist in the first place. But that's my little rant. That's my theory. It's my conspiracy theory. Congratulations to everybody that won. You know, like Issa Rae say, I'm voting for everybody Black. Congratulations to everybody Black that won, and everybody else too. You know, everybody else too who that won. Good for them. Like I said, I didn't really watch. I just caught little updates here and there online. I didn't watch it, but I had caught it. Like, I thought about it. I was like, damn, did they finally announce the album of the year? And literally 20 minutes, you know, before that, some people have uploaded it online. So good for her. And I think it's very poetic that it was exactly this album, but I do feel it in my spirit. Some bullshit is about to pop off when it comes to the regular people that are not rich and that are not protected, you know? So my words about that. Yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, please like, share, subscribe. Let me know down in the comment section you guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about my conspiracy? Do you guys think Beyonce knew that she was gonna win any of those awards or not? I don't think she knew she was gonna win those awards. Her perfectionist ass was not gonna let her wires be showing out her goddamn dress if she knew she was gonna win that goddamn award. You know, but y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that, have y'all noticed the patterns that whenever black people accomplish something great in the beginning of the year, whenever they accomplish great strides, that is the same year that craziness happens and is televised, and black people are, again, literally modern day lynched in cold blood, and no one ever is punished for it ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, award season happens at the beginning of the year. The inaugurations happen at the beginning of the year. Wrongfully violated, nothing ever happened to that person who violated them, but it's all over social media, it's all over news coverage, again, that minorities don't own, just to harvest the energy of anger, outrage, sadness, and to enforce inferiority into minorities after such huge strides of accomplishment. So y'all let me know y'all theory on that. That's just my theory. I'm not gonna let them, you know, like Beyonce said, you won't take my, you know, you won't take my soul, you won't break my soul, you know, and you're not gonna take my joy. So congratulations to everybody's with their Grammys and everything like that. Good for them. I hope one day we stop waiting on other people to tell us how great we are, and we stop believing in how great, you know, we genuinely start believing in how great we are, and stop waiting on other people to tell us how great we are. But congratulations to her again. Like I said, y'all let me know in the comment sections what y'all want to see, and I'll see you guys in the next one.